time go. I hope it doesn't get too long. You want to choose a path that puts the odds of winning in your favor. In poker, it is called game selection. What determines if you win in any game or business isn't how good you are, it's how good you are relative to your competition. That is why it is so important to know your own strengths and weaknesses and find a market in which you have an inherent advantage. Love it. Just love it, man. I hope you guys like this. I have 10 subscribers. Up until a week ago, I had 9. Now, I think the 9 people probably clicked subscribe by accident, but for some reason, I haven't made a video in like 3 weeks. 2 maybe. And I had 1 subscriber, so I'm like, nobody watches my stuff. So somebody might actually care out there. Somebody might actually have clicked the button. 1 person clicked the button because they find something interesting about this. I can help a lot of people, man. Just give me some time. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Just leave a comment, man. Tell me what you want to hear. Get a book out there. I've read all the good ones, the ones that interest me. Or just tell me to read another one if you like this. I've got to be quicker though, so. It looks like I did these. Okay, so I only marked, there's 8 points, bullet points, and I only put it on this section of the page, so I don't know which one, probably number 6, but I'll read 5, 6, and 7, just in case I missed it. Let's see what it's about anyways. The 8 traits of a great processor. They are curious. They can solve problems without knowledge. Processors are always learning more about their business and how it works. They love critical details as much as big ideas. Number 6, they prevent more problems than they solve. People who are really good at processing issues are also really good at spotting yellow flags before they are red. They make great negotiators. Oh, I love negotiating. Oh, I bought a golf club, man. I was playing golf last Sunday, and the guy told me, he told me to my face, I will not give you a discount. It's 1 putter. He was asking a price. It was a nice putter. And he says, I'm only accepting full price. And I said to him, I don't pay full price for anything that's listed online. From Craigslist, we'll say. I just needed it before this game. It was about an hour before the game. I told him to meet me in town. And he said, nope, I'm not going to do it. I said, I'll go to that bank machine and I'm going to take out 20s and it's going to fall on a number that's $10 short of your price. It's only coming in 20s. I'm not going to ask for change. I'm just going to take it out and I'll give it to you, that number. And it was $10 short. He said, fine. Actually, first I said, I don't want to waste your time and you're going to have to take this thing home and come all the way back for somebody else. It's not worth $10 and I don't want to waste my own time. But that's the price I give it to you. He said, fine. Have a nice day. I took the club, gave him his money, and that was, so being a good negotiator at $10, it's just business. He knows it. You know, you're not going to rip off your mom or anything, but these strangers, they're looking for money. They make great negotiators. Curious problem solvers use logic to find a win for the parties involved. Now, if I didn't tell him I was only going to get out 20s from this machine that was right there at the bank, I told him to meet me right at the bank, then I probably would have had to pay full price if I showed up with the full amount of money and you keep the $10 in your pocket and you're like, okay, fine, I'll pull it out and give it to you. But I was serious. The art of the deal is you got to be willing to walk away and mean it. This is Donald Trump, by the way. I know many of you will hate that, and I've probably lost about 5 subscribers, but he definitely knows a few things. And I'm not vouchering. I live in Canada. I'm not trying to play that game. Okay, the Mob Family. Oh yeah, let's get freaking wild. I went dancing last night, and it's funny we're talking about this. We did a mobster photo thing, and it was cool. smoking a cigar, not really, but anyways, I've smoked enough. In the mob family, there is a position specifically designed to provide wise counsel. Those are the old guys. Okay. The consigliere, I guess that's how you say it. Ooh, that's a nice word. I'm gonna get my pen and mark that one. Okay. Tiffany Ford, sterling silver. I think I got it on eBay. I don't like paying full price for anything, but man, this thing is, it's made in Germany. It's a purse pen. You can put this in your pocket, no problems. It's small. And I know none of you really use a pen anymore, or a lot of you, so you can do DocuSign, but I'm telling you, at the end of the day, all that matters is your signature, a real signature. If you're gonna sign a major paper, they still sit you down in the notary and say sign. It's still valid, so I would recommend everyone has at least one good pen in their life. Okay, it's not important. What's important is what's inside, but it is nice to have. Okay, consigliere. It sounds French. I love that pen. Okay, is designed to provide wise counsel. The consigliere. The same holds true in the business world. So what a consigliere that's what he said, is the answer of the position specifically designed to provide wise counsel. So who is a consigliere? Right now, if you're listening to this and you don't know this stuff, I am this consigliere. We'll skip that to the next part. So let's go through the next. Find the next one, man. I just love this. I have a niece. She's so amazing. If I saw her more, I could really show her a few cool things in life. But I'll have to probably see her later on as she gets older. Unfortunately, you're supposed to teach kids as much as you can up into the age of 7. That's kind of what I've learned. I read some books on that too, so I am prepared if I ever need to. I did do the little big brother, little brother. I think that helped me a lot to know what to do. Everything else, okay. After a few dates with Jennifer, so he's talking about his wife. I love you, but please sign the prenuptial agreement. Oh shit, I can't believe I'm saying this in public. Okay, this chapter was trust equals speed, the power of reliability. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm going to do this stuff if I ever get married, but if I am, I'd probably get married. I'd probably do it in the next 5 years. I've never been ready up until the last year, maybe. But in other words, let's plan out at least 5 moves ahead. Now, that's what this book is about, 5 moves ahead. You always got to be set. And I remember his story, but after a few dates with Jennifer, the woman who would become my wife, this was long before our Hawaiian trip. I love Hawaii. We went to a bookstore on 3rd Street, promenade in Santa Monica, and bought a book titled 101 Questions to Ask Before You Get Engaged. I bought that book. That's a serious learner. I am a serious freaking student. I bought the book and I read the book. I should bring that one up next time, man. I don't remember it. I know enough. I know more than most people, because anyone who hasn't read the book, I know more than them. Okay. You don't want to hear any of that stuff. It's just talking about how many children they have and this and that. Let's find the next one. Pearlfront Holdings, baby. Add me on Instagram or Facebook or something. Whatever you want. I'm pretty easy to find. You can always find even my phone number if you really want to phone me. 10 people, 10 subscribers. If you want to phone me, it's fine. As long as you're not going to try and sell me Bitcoin. Before I did that, I would ask Chris, you agreed it? Who do you want to be? Great leaders find the intersection of data and human nature. Like a smart doctor, who runs blood tests. They use data to diagnose problems. Then they use their expertise to find solutions. So for some entrepreneurs, data is the boring part of the business. They aren't interested in the numbers, but I hope these stories make you see why I am obsessed with data, especially when I can use it to gain a competitive advantage. You need data, metrics, and factors. It's worked for me, metrics and factors. I have spreadsheets on Excel, it worked. I don't do it much anymore, but I don't have to. But I still do it. And I learned from a guy, he's actually a smart guy, I still see him all the time. He taught me, he sat me down like a little freaking schoolgirl and said, Andre, you have to do it this way and this way. And he just sat for hours and hours and hours and he coached me, man. I admire it. I'm thankful. I'm very, very thankful. And you gotta be open-minded to accept the criticism, constructive criticism. It worked. It's good enough. Sometimes all you need is it's just good enough. That's enough. If you don't help us, let's keep going, man. I'm probably at 20 or 30 minutes. Let's check it out. 27. I hope I'm in the camera, man. Okay. It looks like I still am as long as I sit here. Let's go back. Let's find some music here. Hip hop? You don't want hip hop. Okay, I gotta fix this. Sorry. Slight delay. But okay. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna bump the table. I'm gonna go hiking after this. A nice hike, the first one. I can see. If I had somebody living here, they could see me hike up the mountain right there. It's a new trail, brand new. I'm not seeing anything else, probably because the book was too long and I rushed it. Huh. I bet you it's good stuff. Maybe I'll have to read the second half of the book one day. Nothing. I'm sorry, yes. Sorry. That's it. We're done. God bless you.